Let's analyze the Jubilee stock. It's one of the companies that is in the insurance industry alongside companies like CIC Insurance that are also listed there. And guess what? Jubilee just announced that they're going to be paying out dividends in July. And in case you want to invest in this stock, you must buy this stock by May 28th and you're going to receive a dividend. So let's analyze and see, is it worth buying this stock and how has it been performing? We're going to start with this chart right here. This chart is a 1 year representation of how the stock has been behaving, the stock price. So this is last year, 2024, at a time like this in April. And this is this year at a time like this in April. You can see that somehow the price is almost the same. You can see that from last year at a time like this was the highest price ever recorded. And this year it's almost... And this year, the price is almost as equivalent to what this stock was going for last year. All throughout the year, you can see that there was a decline in the stock price. You can see that from half the year period, 6 months period, this stock has been performing well. The dividend payout, the total dividend payout from Jubilee Insurance is 13 shillings and 50 cents. But last year, they paid out the first dividend. So the one that you're expecting in July this year is the second and final dividend. So out of the 13.50 shillings, the one that you're going to receive in case you don't own this stock, if you're going to buy this stock, you're only going to receive 11 shillings and 5 cents. If you're going to own this stock for the first time. But if you've been owning it, the total share that you're going to receive, and you're still going to own this share, you're going to receive, of course, this 11.5 shillings and the 2 shillings that you received last year. So this is what we are expecting to receive. Now, I want to show you something. I looked at their past performance in terms of dividends. Last year, that is 2023 financial books. 2023 financial books. The one that you're talking about here is 2024 financial books. So in 2023, please allow me to call it last year, the dividend payout was 12 shillings. 12 shillings. But you can see that this year it's 13.50 shillings. So we've seen a growth in terms of the dividend payout. I also checked the dividends that were paid out the other year. By far, this 13.50 shillings is the highest that has ever been paid out. So the company is actually doing well. I also looked at their net profit in terms of why did we receive a 1 shilling and 50 cent extra on top. It's because for the calendar 2024, they had an increase in terms of the net profits. The net profits went up by 82.5%. So you can imagine whatever profits that they made the previous year, now 82.5% on top is what they made in 2024. So that is why you can see that their dividend payout increased as well from 12 shillings in 2023 to 13.5 shillings in 2024. And most of this income, remember, this is an insurance company. They make their money through insurance revenue. They sell you health insurance. Jubilee is one of the biggest insurance companies here in Africa. Here in Kenya. So it's mainly from insurance revenue that grew and also investment income. They operate a money market fund. They also have other investments. So they've been performing well. That's why they made this profit, 4.7 billion net profit. That is after everything. Now let's do the calculations. This is for last year, 2023. They paid out 12 shillings. I've talked about the interim dividend that they paid out. This time, if you're buying it, you're going to receive 11.50 shillings. And you must own this share by May 28th. May 28th, that is next month. You still have a month and a half to go. And you'll receive your payment May, June, July, 2 months later, which is in July 25th. That is when you should expect that. So I checked the stock price today. Today is April 8th. Before doing this video, and there were several prices. Someone wanted to sell their share at 205. Someone wanted to sell their share at 208, at 210 shillings. The share price has been going up in terms of how much people are willing to pay. The people who already own these stocks, they're charging a higher price in terms of anyone who wants to buy. So I'm going to use 210 shillings, assuming that you decided to buy this share from this specific person. You want to buy 1,000 shares. It's an expensive stock, by the way. You can see that the price is 210 shillings. If one share is to 10, what about 1,000? It's going to cost you 210,000 Kenyan shillings. Then we're going to add a brokerage fee. This broker fee is also inclusive of the statutory levy, the one that we pay for owning a stock, transferring a stock. So it's inclusive of everything. 2.1% of the 210, you're going to pay an extra cost of 44.52 to your stockbroker and to the government. So this is how much it's going to cost you to buy just 1,000 shares. We'll talk about the capital gain later. Let's talk about the dividends. You're going to earn 1,000 shares times the 11.5 shillings per share as the dividend. So you're going to make 11,500. Then you take away 5% tax. So you're going to remain with 95%, and you're going to have to make 10,000 shillings, 925 shillings. In terms of liquidity, because when you're investing in any stock, you have to check how easy is it going to be for me to sell the stock, or how easy is it going to be for me to buy the stock. I would say this share is liquid because by today, 33,900 shares were traded. They were bought and sold. So you can sell your stocks here. There are certain stocks in the NSE market like Williamson Tea. I don't know if you've seen that one. Williamson Tea. There's also Limuru Tea. They are less liquid. Today alone, 200 shares were traded in Williamson Tea. So this is not a liquid share, but Jubilee Insurance is a liquid share. I would say it's mid-liquid because we have other stocks that are very liquid because of the price of the stock. You can see that for you to own this share, you need to have 219 shillings. But for a stock like Kenyan that goes for 4 shillings, or a stock like Safaricom that goes for 16 shillings, it's easier to buy and sell it because the price of the stock is not that high. How the stock performs in terms of dividends, the dividend yield, which is a metric of the return that you're going to make from this dividend, is 6.4%. The total dividend payout for the whole of 2024 divided by the price of the stock today. 6.4% is not a good one since we have other stocks that have 15%, 13%, 9%. This is not a good dividend yield for a stock. But in case you're interested in investing in this stock, here's your time. May 28th is your deadline.